Hi, I'm Mike Messier. Welcome to a very special episode of Messier Mantra. This is the first ever Mike Messier Film Festival right here on Messier Mantra. Now, we've done about 125 episodes of Messier Mantra, but I've never really shared my own work with you, the Messier Mantra audience. So we're going to do that today. Now, as a filmmaker, I actually got my start more so on the acting side. I was doing local theater, working with Murder on Us Dinner Theater out of Providence, Rhode Island. And then I got a special call from LDI Casting, Annie Mulhall, Let's Do It Casting. And long story short, I ended up being cast in a film with Wesley Snipes, Sybil Shepherd, and Mario Van Peebles. I actually played Sybil Shepherd's son in this film called Hard Luck. Years later, I found myself in a scene with Meryl Streep and Elizabeth Shue. I've also recently co-written a film titled The Manor, where I had scenes with Christina Robinson from the show Dexter and Kevin Nash. All of that stuff, the highlights, are right here on Mike Messier's acting reel. This is how I got involved in the film world. Let's check it out right here on Messier Mantra. My name is Mike Messier, not the hockey player.
Here. Let's take the mask off. Oh, it's okay, baby. We'll put it right back on. It's okay. We'll take this off just for a minute.
I want to be Spider-Man.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
I want to go trick-or-treating. I want candy, Mama.
Baby, you can't go out there. Here your meds. Here your meds. Take that now. Good boy.
I know, and here comes Mighty Cake back into the ring after that flying killing neck breaker.
You sure are prettier than when I saw you earlier. Don't go. Stay. I just want to be friends.
Excuse me, sister. Do you mind if I rap to you for a minute at the gazebo?
Mm-hmm.
Brother, you don't mind if I talk to the sister? Let me rap to her for a minute. Are you all right with that?
Don't be scared. I like taking pictures too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hey, come on. Take a picture of me.
What?
Yeah, that's right. I've been posed. That nice for you. You sure can take a good picture.
Thanks.
All right, who in here is not having sex? Mike, I know you're not getting any.
Thank you. Good luck.
Good. You're good.
That was a lot of fun. All those experiences have really kind of taught me different things about the film world, you know, what I like, what I don't like on a film set. One project of mine that's really not been fully developed, fully finished quite yet, Distance from Avalon. Now you can check out the website distancefromavalon.com to read some of the chapters from the novella version. But we also have a nice, about a minute-long trailer version of Distance from Avalon. This very gothic, kind of vampire-y piece. I want you all to check it out right now. Let's check out the Distance from Avalon teaser right here on the Mike Messier Film Festival.
There, my man. It's just a matter of time. So you're the man of the house. Did I ever tell you about the man lost in the prison? He was a troubled man. Is that me? Am I that man in the prison? No, sir, you are not. Is that to disregard me? Do you mean to disregard me, sir?
No! No! No!
Prisoners of pain. And no one here gets out alive.
God, have you forsaken me?
Time before the dying and the dead reunite.
Next up on the Mike Messier Film Festival is a short film that I wrote, co-produced, and directed with the cinematographer and editor Chris Hunter. Now this piece is titled The Nature of the Flame, and we filmed this at the Providence Zen Center in Cumberland, Rhode Island, and also the Newport Cliff Walk, a beautiful location. The actresses Lindsay Elizabeth Cork and Jocelyn Padilla did a great job in this short film, and we actually won a very special cinematography award for Chris in the My Love Michelle Film Festival out of Texas. And the festival is very special to us because Michelle was a young lady that passed away at an early age, and this film festival was named in her honor. Most recently, this upcoming short film also won an honorable mention award from my friends at the Mediterranean Film Festival. So let's check this out right now. It's called The Nature of the Flame, right here on the Mike Messier Short Film.
Hey, you there. Yes, you. Has the girl got you down? Down to here? Down to here?
I'm not quite sure why I'm here.
I don't know either. You don't seem quite ready.
Ready for what?
Enlightenment.
And you can provide enlightenment?
Nope. And neither can you. And neither can the wind.
Then why are we here?
You know, ever since that film, The Nature of the Flame, premiered at the Rhode Island International Film Festival back in 2015, people have actually asked me about why the use of no dialogue, or very little dialogue, I should say, in the piece. And the funny thing is, we actually did have some dialogue written for The Nature of the Flame, but upon watching what we had for the visuals, I just didn't feel that we needed it. I felt that the story was more open-ended, more ambiguous, to the watcher to kind of co-create a narrative in their own mind than to force-feed them the dialogue that I had written for the piece. And I stand by that decision. A lot of people love that piece. Speaking of film festivals, the Scene Festival, Southeast New England Arts, Music, and Film Festival, have really supported me in my career. This next film, Thanksgiving, did quite well, winning an award at that festival, and also won an award from my friends up at the Nassau Film Festival in Princeton, New Jersey. So let's check out this next film. This has got more dialogue. It's more of a comedy-based piece. It's titled Thanksgiving. Let's check it out right now at the Mike Messier Film Festival.
Are you okay?
It's just your dad, right?
Huh?
Just your dad. That's who we're having dinner with. You said your mom died.
I said she passed. She passed on. Passed on my dad. Took us away from him. It was my other mom, my stepmom, that died. You're very special, you know that?
Well, I know that in a general sense. But why now, specifically?
You're not afraid of anything, not even family garbage.
You're lucky to have a family to have garbage with.
You're gonna be warm in here, Frank.
Thought I'd take my jacket off, sir.
Aren't you gonna call me Dad yet?
Let me introduce you to somebody.
I think we've met.
No, we haven't. This is my first time here, Mr.
Mr. Blackstone.
That's a nice name. May we sit down?
Is everything okay, Dad? Sir? Sir, may I have a moment?
Yes, Frank. What is it?
You were staring. You were staring at my date. A little intensely. It was making me uncomfortable.
It's all right, Frank.
I'm afraid it's not. Perhaps we ought to leave.
I'm sorry, Frank. That's not necessary. And your date's name is?
Trisha. My name is Trisha.
Glad to meet you, Trisha.
It's nice to meet you.
What the hell's going on here?
We had a relationship, your father and I.
Your father and I? That makes it sound like you're my mother.
Oh, ew, don't think that way.
You kids, you doing okay?
Okay, yes, we're fine.
Good. I like to see young people doing well.
Young people? We're almost 30.
I know. Trisha was an undergrad when we first met.
And undergrad?
College. Back when I was teaching. I was teacher-student at first, and then it developed.
Developed?
We had a certain chemistry, didn't we, Roger?
Roger. Roger?
Yes, she called me that.
Nobody calls you Roger, sir, not since Mom.
Not since your mother, and not since Gloria, my second wife. Or Monica, my third. And you see, Tricia here, she was almost my fourth. My little taste of brown sugar.
Oh, this is disgusting.
What?
You will remember, son, there was a time when a 10-year gap when you weren't speaking to me.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
At an unfortunate time, Trish. You know, every boy has to come into his own, I suppose. My son chose to do it at an unfortunate time. My wife had just passed.
Franklin's mother?
No, my second wife. Frankie's mom was long gone by then.
Oh, sounds complicated.
So it is. Such is life, my dear.
Such is life, Mr. Blackstone. Oh, is that why you and Frank don't have the same last name?
He changed it. Wanted to honor his mother.
Mama's boy.
A mama's boy.
Enough! Enough of this garbage.
What garbage, Frank? It's Thanksgiving.
A tender time, Frank. A time for family.
A time for forgiveness. I forgive you, son. I love you.
I hate you and everything that you stand for, you creepy, womanizing freak.
Put down that knife, Franklin.
And you, what are you anyway? A woman for hire?
How dare you?
When were you gonna tell me?
Tonight, I guess. We didn't know.
I had no idea.
I never thought I'd see your father again. The last name threw me. I saw the name on the house and suspected, but you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
We should just celebrate. As a family.
Every film has its own story. Some films are easier made than others. Some projects never come to fruition, and some happen like that. You never know what's going to happen. Now, on this project we're about to see, this actually started off as Disregard the Vampire, what was supposed to be a 75 or 80-minute vampire narrative film that I had a very, very high expectation for and a very tight shooting schedule. Unfortunately, some things happened with the casting and some weather issues really kind of threw us some bones that we weren't quite ready to deal with. Rather than giving up on the project, however, I turned what we had shot into a documentary. I wanted to explain the filmmaking process on a very independent, very low budget to no budget level to anyone looking to get started in this crazy world of filmmaking. So let's check out just the preview for Disregard the Vampire, a Mike Messier documentary. This is the story of perseverance. This is the story of a cast and crew coming together despite all odds, even overcoming death, to form a project. This is the story of people with names like Hunter, James, Croesa, Court, and Muffin.
Scene 42, Crioza 1.
All putting aside their personal differences and backgrounds to merge into one team. This is the story of an unknown man, a man named Scorpio from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, a musician who put on an actor cape and flew in to save the day. This is the story of my cast, talented people with names like Gina, Anna, and Jose, who somehow I feel like I let them down.
Your regret? Regrets are for those that hurt other people. But shame is for those that hurt themselves.
This is my story. My name is Mike Messier, and I'm a struggling everything, trying to get somewhere, anywhere, to get beyond my own state and the state of Rhode Island. This is our story, and you can or cannot.
So I became a director. A director. To control. Directing. I was the master of puppets.
Now that's a very special piece to me and a lot of people involved with it. The preview of that film there that we just saw, I believe, won an award at the Canada's Yes, Let's Make a Movie Film Festival. They really enjoyed it up at that festival. The documentary itself won an award at the Shauna Shea Memorial Film Festival run by Skip Shea in Massachusetts, and that was a really special evening as well. The documentary has won about a total of 8 awards, not only for the documentary itself, but for the preview, and also for the film poster and the film photography. Some promotional photos we had of the 2 actresses have done quite well. So Disregard the Vampire Mike Messier documentary. You can find more information about that project on MikeMessier.com. It's also kind of the sister project, the older sister project to Distance from Avalon. Once again, distancefromavalon.com. Now we're going to wrap up the Mike Messier Film Festival. I want to thank all the Messier Mantra viewers who supported not only my show, but all the guests. I know a lot of times the viewers of Messier Mantra will go ahead and click on the YouTube links or the websites of the guests here on Messier Mantra. One of my very good friends in the acting world, Debbie Gagnon, and I teamed up for a little bit of an acting project coming up here. This is titled Breakfast with Kurt. Now this is a very kind of dark and dramatic 2.5-minute piece. Ironically enough, it's a short based on a scene from a feature-length script I wrote titled Chris and the Coffee Girl. Now Chris and the Coffee Girl is another fun feature-length script I'd love to get made. It does require some funding because it's really kind of an ambitious script. It's a comedy, but this is not the comedy version. This is the dark, depressing 2-minute short film, Breakfast with Kurt. Once again, Nassau Film Festival celebrated this piece by giving it a special dramatic short award at the 2018 Nassau Film Festival. And so let's check it out right here, Breakfast with Kurt.
When you were little boys, we used to play choo-choo. That always got you to eat. You were always the big one, Chris. You know what I found cleaning your room? That stuff will do nothing for you but make your heart sick. I used to find your father with those friggin' magazines. You might have had a little sister if he wasn't wasting himself to those magazines.
I had a brother.
Yeah, you had a brother. You had Kurt. We all had Kurt. Kurt's dead, Chris. You can't spend every waking moment in that coffee house. Get a life.
I have a life.
No! You have an existence.
I want to thank all the collaborators and all the projects we've shown here on Messier Mantra's first ever Mike Messier Film Festival. Film is a collaborative medium. There are very, very few people that can make an entertaining film on their own. I mean, you have to have a DP, an editor, you have to have makeup people, costume people sometimes. Some projects you don't, some projects you do. But the basic point I'm making is that all the people that I've worked with through all these adventures, I want to thank them very much. Thanks to Woodhaven Media for putting together my acting reel for me. There's been so many great people I've worked with, and I really do appreciate each and every person that's helped me. Thanks to the guys here at the studio today at TV9 in Seekonk for sharing the first ever Messier Mantra Mike Messier Film Festival. We'll see you next time right here on Messier Mantra.